Hello friends, myself Assistant Professor Seema Benade welcome you in my YouTube channel. So today we are going to see very important topic, that is service marketing, and what are the 7 P's in the service marketing. Next part that we have already discussed, that is what is services, what are the features and characteristics of services, but also here we are going to have a look on the concept what are the services. So it is the most simple common term in the, or simple words if we need to explain. Services is nothing but it is an activity which is delivered by one person to another person for his need satisfaction. So services are nothing but economic activity rather than tangible products which is offered by one party to another party. For example, State Bank of India or banking sector, insurance sector, financial services, those are the example of the services that is purely intangible in nature. Okay, then very important concept, service marketing triangle. Okay, so in the service marketing triangle there are important 3 angles are there. So in this figure you can see these are the service marketing triangle. First is a company, second is a service provider, and third is a customer. So all service marketing is moving around in between these 3 angles, company, service provider and customers. Okay, so what is this service marketing triangle? So in this you can see internal marketing is there, external marketing is there, and interactive marketing is there. In the service marketing triangle, the frontline employee and customer make the 3 corners of the triangle. The interaction that take place between the company and its customers or consumer constitute the external marketing, okay, through which company promises to deliver the quality services to the customer. Company communicates the information about its products and services, okay, through customers by the means of various types of activities like advertisement, sales promotion, personal selling. So here company gives idea about its product and services to the customers. Then interaction between company and frontline employee, that is also very important, that is called internal marketing. Interaction in between company and frontline employee, that is called internal marketing. So by means which, or what are the means of this type of internal marketing? Okay, because of this internal marketing, employee easily deliver the service, quality service to their customers. Internal marketing is very important. In this, it is nothing but it is one type of communication process, okay, where information is provided about the company's product and services to its employees. So employee can deliver the service to direct customers. That time they must be aware about what exactly the product is, okay, what about the company's product and services. Company provide the training, okay, provide or arrange seminars, video shows, or arrange lectures for their employees where they give the information about its product and services. Okay, so unless and until your company's employees are very much aware about your product and services, how they can deliver the service to customers or outsiders? Okay, so it is very essential that your internal employees must be aware and equipped with your company's product and services. Then third type of interaction, and very important, most important type of interaction, that is customer retention by the service firms, okay, that is interactive marketing. So interactive marketing takes place in between frontline employee and customers. Frontline employee means those employees who have direct interaction with the customers. So interaction in between frontline employee and customer, that is called interactive marketing, and that is a very important angle in the service marketing triangle. So interactive marketing means mutual exchange that takes place between frontline employee and customer, okay, at the time of sale, before the sale, after the sale. That interaction in between the frontline employee and the customer, that is nothing but interactive marketing. Okay, the exchange can take place in the form of information about the product, okay, monetary exchange. So this interactive marketing is very essential for value creation process, okay, for development of corporate image. So marketing, service promotion and economic activities offered by the business to its clients. So marketing services sector in the economies of most developed and developing countries, okay, that is they are focusing on this interactive marketing. So interactive marketing is very important aspect in the service marketing triangle. Okay, then the next and very important concept that we are going to discuss today, that is service marketing mix. So marketing mix comprises 7 P's. Okay, here you can see 7 P's of service marketing: product, price, place, promotion, people, process and physical evidence. All these are 7 P's in the service marketing. Okay, then these 7 P's are very crucial and essential that organization who is focusing on marketing of its services, so where we see that services are intangible in nature, there is nothing to show your customer. That time if you want to sell and increase your sale, that is very important, you need to highlight your all 7 P's. Okay, so let's see one by one. Very first P is the product mix. So what do you mean by product mix? Product mix is very essential. What are the elements of the product, what product comprises, that need to be studied and understand. So one of the reason that you need to determine the type of the product, that is to analyze where your product is weaker and where your product is have more potential. So product mix gives the idea about your whole product, how your product look, your product appearance, okay, your product warranty, guarantee, your product attributes, your product quality, that you need to study and understand. Okay, so in the product mix, along with those part, one person who is dealing in the marketing of the services, he need to understand what about the levels of the product. That is very important aspect in the service marketing, levels of the product. So this diagram give you the idea about the levels of the product. So first level is core level, that is core benefit or basic product, expected product, augmented product and potential product. These are the levels of the product. Core product level, okay, basic product level, expected product level, augmented product level and potential product level. Let's see one by one. Okay, so here you can see first level is a core benefit. So core benefit is nothing but core product level. So fundamental need or want that customer want to satisfy by consuming that product and services, that is core product. Okay, so for example, if we take banking, in the banking sector, collection of the deposits, money lending, that is the core service, core benefit provided by the bank. Okay, if we take the example of the toothpaste, then in the case of the toothpaste, that paste which is there in the container, that paste satisfy the need of the customer, that is core product. So in the services, what exactly the core benefit you are offering to your customer, that need to be studied and understand, that is core benefit. Then next is generic product. Generic product, here you can see it is a version of the product containing only those attributes and characteristics which are very very necessary to function the product or services. Okay, so core product plus essential benefits and attributes included in that. So that level is called generic product level, which includes core product plus attributes, core product plus basic characteristics that need to be performed. Okay, so that is generic product level, which come with the core product with its other attributes. That is second level of levels of the product, generic product. Then the next level of the product is expected product. Okay, so expected product means it is a set of attributes and characteristics that buyer are expecting from the product and agree to when they purchase a product. Okay, means after studying or after understanding qualities and attributes or characteristics, they are agree to buy or purchase the product. That is nothing but one type of promise given by company to the customers that if you purchase this product, you will get this benefit of this product or the services. Okay, so that is nothing but expected product. Okay, so when you purchase any product, that time you have some ideas, or when you thinking about purchasing one kind of service, that time you have some idea about the product or the service, that product will like that or service is like that will satisfy my these type of needs, it will have this type of characteristics and attribute that customer expect. That is nothing but expected product. Okay, so here example, here you can see that the computer is specified to deliver the fast image processing and has a high resolution, accurate color screen, then that is nothing but customer has expected those things from that product. Then next is augmented product. So it is nothing but the inclusion of additional features, additional benefits, additional attributes, okay, so related to the services. which will differentiate your product and service from your competitors. Means what is not there in your competitor you are including in your प्रॉडक्ट. म्हणजे जे तुमच्या कस्टमर तुमच्या कॉम्पिटिटरकडे नाही आहे अशा गोष्टी तुम्ही स्वतःच्या प्रॉडक्टमध्ये ॲड करता. ओके, सो दॅट इज नथिंग बट ऑगमेंटेड प्रॉडक्ट. So here you can have this example of computer comes with loaded with the high-end image processing software, okay, for no extra cost. That is comparison with your competitor, you are providing the additional benefit. Okay, one bank is opening for 24/7 and another bank is not opening for 24/7, means you are giving more additional benefit to your customer. That is nothing but augmented product. Okay, product level, that is potential product. So this is nothing but includes all augmentation and all transportation a product might have undergone in the future. So product future मध्ये असा असेल, सर्व्हिसेस फ्युचर मध्ये असे असतील, त्यामध्ये अशा पद्धतीचे क्वालिटीज फीचर्स ॲट्रिब्यूट्स असतील, हे थॉट केलेलं असतं. त्यात लेवलला आपण काय म्हणणार आहे, पोटेन्शियल प्रोडक्ट लेवल. सो टू एन्श्युअर द फ्युचर कस्टमर लॉयल्टी, business must aim to surprise and delight the customers in the future. Okay, so here customer has shown the future picture of the services or product, that is nothing but potential product. म्हणजेच काय, फ्युचरमध्ये प्रोडक्ट असा असेल, फ्युचरमध्ये सर्व्हिसेस अशा असतील, फ्युचरमध्ये सर्व्हिसेसमध्ये हे चेंजेस असतील, हे ॲट्रिब्यूट्स असतील, such type of things will be there in the product, such type of picture is shown to customer today, that is nothing but the potential product. Okay, so these are the levels of the product. So next P is price mix. So price is nothing but important element in the marketing mix. So price is nothing but monetary value of the product which is paid by the customer against the satisfaction or need satisfaction after the consumption of goods and services. Okay, so when you, like in the case of product, when you purchase a product you pay something and then you buy the product. Similarly in the case of services, get the benefit of that service you need to pay something, so that is nothing but the monetary value. So that monetary value is also there in the case of services. So pricing strategy is developed by company, okay, to earn more and more profit. Okay, so price is determined on the basis of variety of factors and different methods are used in the pricing. Okay, so here you can see different services and their different pricing terminologies. Professional people like doctor, lawyer, consultant, they charge for their service and the terminology used for the price is fees. Then employee provide the service and the terminology for employee service, that terminology for the price that is used, salary. Transport service, for that the terminology is fare and rates. Okay, so these are the services and against that they are charging the prices and that is the terminologies used, commonly used in the case of services. Okay, then there are different methods of pricing. So these are the methods of pricing. Popular methods, cost based pricing, in that cost plus pricing and demand based pricing. Second is market oriented pricing and third is competition based pricing. Okay, so these are the three important pricing methods. So let's see the first method, that is cost based pricing. So in this cost based pricing you can see cost plus pricing and demand based pricing. So here in the cost based pricing or cost plus pricing, this is the most easy method of pricing where basic cost is calculated and profit margin is added and final price is calculated. Okay, so here total cost is calculated where fixed cost and variable cost is considered. Addition of the fixed cost and variable cost, you can get the total cost, you add the profit margin and you can get the final price of the product. So that method is called cost plus pricing. So if your total cost is rupees 10 and if you add your profit margin rupees 5, so price of your product will be rupees 15. So that is nothing but the cost plus pricing. Okay, then the next is demand based pricing. So under this method what happen, market demand for the product or the services is determined or very important factor in determination of the price. So here the elasticity of the demand is very important to be considered. Okay, so if the demand is high for the service provider, then he can charge the high price. If the demand is low for the service provider, he can lower down the prices of the services, or he can charge the low price for the services. So what about the demand? According to that, prices can be changed. So that is demand based pricing. Okay, then the next category is market price or market skimming, or price skimming, or market skimming, that is market oriented pricing. So here you can see in the market skimming or price skimming, here a service provider who offered the services which is unique in the nature, which is very different. So here the service provider has the opportunity to charge high price at the beginning point, earn more profit until other service provider come to with the same type of product and services, and later on, once he occupied the market and once he grabbed the major cake in the price through the price, then he lower down its prices. Okay, so when the home delivery service of the pizza was introduced, that time they charge for their free delivery, and very high rate they charge in the beginning. Later on they come down, okay, when other service providers start selling the service on the same ground. So that is nothing but market skimming or price skimming strategy. Okay, then the next is, here you can see, next is market penetration. So market penetration, it is opposite to market skimming or price skimming. Okay, so in the market penetration, this method is used by the service provider when the new service is introduced, okay, in the existing market where already other competitors are existed. So in this method, price and services are kept at very low level, where your other competitors are not going to that particular low level. So you come up with your product and services which is new with very low level of prices. Okay, so here in the region of the service provider get maximum number of customers over the period of short period of time, because they are offering the same kind of the service with the very less price, where other participants in the market, they are not able to sell their service or the product at such a low level prices. Okay, so when the Reliance start their mobile, okay, in the field of the mobile services, when the Reliance entered, then they adopt the same strategy and they come up with the mobile handset with rupees only 500 rupees, where other mobiles were not available with the connection with 500 rupees. So that strategy they adopted and captured the big market considering India. Okay, nation is another strategy where you can have this type of three different groups or different types. So here group of the buyer, where different group pay the different prices. Here you can have the example like children below age of 10 years or 12 years, they charge half tickets. Then senior citizens, when they traveling, that time also they are charged with the low rates. So that is nothing but the group of the buyer. Price discrimination is there. So price discrimination means what? Different price for different customers. Okay, so second is different point of consumption, where different rates are charged for the same service but at different point or different locations. Okay, so particularly here we can take the example of doctor. He can charge high rates in the city area and he can charge low rates in the rural area. When he is delivering the same kind of service, then also he can have the discrimination in his price or in his service rates. Then different time of consumption, so where different prices are charged at the peak time and at the slack time. Okay, so most of the time we can see the hotel services, there we can see this type of discrimination is there. They charge the high rates at the weekend period, they charge the high rates at the Diwali vacation, Christmas vacation, summer vacations, and they charge the low rates at the time of rainy season. Okay, so that is nothing but the different prices for different time of consumption. Okay, then next is pricing based on the competition. So here going rate pricing and close bid pricing, that are the two different methods here you can say. Going rate pricing is nothing but the strategy which is employed by the service provider who want to pay safe or who want to play safe or in the mature market. Okay, so here he go with the market. Okay, he go with the competition. Okay, so whatever is the competitor, he adopt his prices at the same level. That is a going rate. So what is there of your competitor's price? He follow the same. It's going rate pricing. And next is a close bid pricing. So this strategy is mostly adopted in the government sectors or in the government proposals or government tenders, where secret pricing is there, but the pricing is not open, that is close. That is close bid pricing. Okay, so price bundling is nothing but in this strategy, service provider charge in bundle for all the benefits he is providing with the services. Okay, so for example, if we take example of the resort, so resort has variety of the different services. They provide the service of restaurant, they provide the service of lodging, entertainment, they provide the facility of beauty parlor, spa, game zone and other amenities they providing to the customers, and they charge for whole of these facilities, or along of all these facilities they charge the bundle price for the customers. Means if you are going to stay in the resort and if you are enjoying all this facility, they are charged for the considering all those benefits and facilities which are they are going to transfer to the customer. Okay, so that is the price bundling strategy. So these are other types of pricing also we need to study, that is break-even analysis, buyer based pricing, price in line, market plus pricing, market minus pricing. Okay, so let's see one by one. So first is a break-even analysis. So in the break-even analysis, under this method, break-even point is calculated. So break-even point is nothing but no profit, no loss point. So up to that, every service marketer need to be reached. So where his target is break-even analysis, or reached up to break-even point, or how much sale will give you the coverage of your cost, where you are not suffering any kind of loss. Okay, where you are covering your all type of total cost. So how much sale you need to be do or complete, so that the idea you can get. So that is very important in the pricing. So that is break-even pricing or break-even analysis. Market minus pricing. So in this, company purposely change the price for its product which is less than the price prevailing in the market. So if the cost of production and marketing is low, it is possible. When the products are not inferior quality, then this type of practice or this type of method can be used. Then the next method is buyer based pricing. So under this method, price is set on the basis of the buyer's perception. The approach explains that the price should be suitable, appropriate and reasonable from the buyer's point of view. So buyer based pricing begins with the analyzing customer needs and buyer's perceived value. The next is a price in a line. So it is also called price at market. Okay, so this pricing policy can be adopted when free competition is existed. So under this market, company sells its product at current market price. So that is price in line. That is also one of the popular method in the service marketing. Then market plus pricing. So in this method, price of the product is decided in such a way that pricing above the market price, whatever is the prevailing market price, company decides its services prices above the market price. Means companies price its product relatively higher than the market price. When it is possible, when your product is a superior product, your product is a unique, your product has no substitutes, products brand are well known, that time you can charge the high price for your product. Okay, that is market plus pricing. So these are the two important P's we have discussed in the 7 P's, that is product mix and price mix. So I hope you have understood product mix and price mix. So in the next video, we'll definitely consider the rest P's in the service marketing. Thank you so much.